Welcome back to the Baby Bunting Live series. This is Season 2, Episode 45. I'm Matt Spencer. Good evening, and I'm the CEO of Baby Bunting. And tonight I'm joined by Felicia Wellstead, the CEO of the Life's Little Treasures Foundation. Welcome, Felicia.
Thanks, Matt. It's such a pleasure to be here.
Felicia, thanks for joining us. At Baby Bunting, we strive to support new and expectant parents at every stage of their parenting journey. And whilst we're here to help you through the new and exciting moments of parenthood, we also hope to be there to support parents enduring the hardship and the challenges that come with caring for a sick or premature child. Every year in Australia, thousands of babies are born prematurely, and Life's Little Treasures Foundation is dedicated to supporting these families and understanding the challenges they face every day. For the past 6 years, Baby Bunting has proudly supported the foundation in their incredible efforts to connect families all over Australia to raise money and awareness for premature and sick babies through the yearly or the annual Walk for Friends event. Felicia, tell us how the Life's Little Treasures Foundation began.
Well, Matt, Life's Little Treasures Foundation was started by some amazing parents who had been on the life-changing journey of having a premature or a sick baby themselves. So recognising through their journey how few supports there were for parents going through this experience, they started offering some products and services to parents, and Life's Little Treasures was born. So these parents started by just running simple play groups for families, and 15 years later, we are now working with 149 hospitals across Australia to deliver a variety of essential information, services and support to more than 15,000 families annually. Today, our team of 9 includes several parents who've been through this experience of having a prem or sick baby.
Wow, that's amazing, and what a heritage that you've developed in such a short period of time. Tell us, Felicia, what are the current statistics around premature and sick births?
Sure. Babies are considered premature when they're born before 37 weeks, and that's 9% of births are premature, which is around 27,000 births per year in Australia. An additional 20,000 babies are not premature but end up in the neonatal intensive care unit, or the NICU, or special care units every year in Australia. That's a lot of families experiencing this journey, I should say. Babies born premature will often require help with their temperature, with feeding, with breathing, and unfortunately, some babies will suffer ongoing health complications, and sometimes these are severe. Premature births are hardly ever planned. They're non-discriminatory, which means it can happen to anyone. Tonight, Matt, I've brought in 3 tiny dolls that represent the different ages of preterm birth to give the audience a bit of an idea of the size. I guess the average weight of a baby is roughly between 2.5 and 4.5 kilos, and 92% of babies fit in that kind of 2 kilo range. But there are 3 categories of preterm birth, and here we have what we call the moderate to late term babies, which are often around 2 kilos, and they're born at around 32 to 37 weeks gestation. We have the very preterm that are around 1 to 1.5 kilo, and they're around 28 to 32 weeks gestation when they're born. You can see we're getting much smaller as we're going along. And then we have the extremely preterm. Yeah, often weighing less than 1 kilo, which is basically a bag of sugar. And they are the ones that are born between sort of 25 and 28 weeks, sometimes even in that 24th week of gestation. So preterm births occur for a variety of reasons, and most preterm births happen spontaneously, but some are due to early induction or labour or caesarean birth, whether for medical or non-medical reasons. Common causes of preterm birth include multiple pregnancies, so twins, triplets, infections and chronic conditions such as diabetes or high blood pressure. How often? We often don't know the cause, Matt.
Wow. Those dolls are amazing. It just does put into context how small a premature baby can be. It must be an enormous challenge for families. How do you help families with premature sick babies?
Well, today, Life's Little Treasures Foundation provided close to 15 products and services for parents and carers of prem and sick babies. And we also provide services and products for extended family like grandparents and siblings and friends who are also on this journey. I'm just going to share today perhaps a few of our highlights or a few of our products and services. And I'm going to start today with our peer support group. So peer support is so crucial to families who've been through this experience. So we run events called NICU Connections events. So having a baby in the NICU, especially during a pandemic, is super isolating, and our NICU Connections events offer a relaxed and welcoming opportunity to attend a morning tea. They're held in hospitals when possible, and now we also offer that service online. So parents and carers can come together, share their experiences over a cuppa. They can connect and talk to some of our staff and our volunteer experienced parents. So it is just a fantastic event to be part of. Next, I wanted to tell you about our precious Prem packs, and I have one with me this evening in this beautiful bag, and I'm going to show you. Yeah, I'm going to show you some of the beautiful products that we offer to families. I'd like to also you to note that Baby Bunting sponsor these precious Prem packs, so without them, we couldn't be sending them out. So as you may be aware that often babies can be in the NICU for up to 3 months at a time, sometimes longer. So to receive a pack like this is so special. So here they'll have some beautiful knitted items from our community, such as little jackets and booties and beanies, and a little rug as well. Hopefully you can see that. Another one of our sponsors, which is Britax, provides every baby with a car seat insert, which is fantastic. And also in here, we have our Baby Bunting voucher. So that goes to every single family, offering them $10 off so they can do a bit of shopping. But I think one of the best things in here is another item that Baby Bunting has sponsored. I'm just going to grab it. And that's a guiding hand for families in special care nurseries. So this is an amazing resource. It has information about what's to be expected. It includes links to other resources. I think most importantly, though, it normalises the feelings that parents may be experiencing, you know, the fear, the worry, the anxiousness, the anger about their situation even. So the bag is free to parents because of the generous sponsorship from Baby Bunting and a few of our other sponsors, and it can be ordered directly from our website. The next service I'd like to talk about is our financial assistance program. So parents are encouraged to spend as much time with their baby as possible in the hospital, which means travelling to hospitals every day, reducing working hours, or sometimes stopping work entirely. They've still got to pay for accommodation, petrol and parking. So Life's Little Treasures Foundation provide $250 in vouchers to families so that they can pay for things like their groceries, petrol and parking, which is really, you know, does make a difference for, you know, a short time. We also have office support we want to tell people about, and that means that families can call our office 9 to 5 any day of the week and speak to a member of our products and services team for assistance. We want families to know we're here for them and we're in their corner. Most excitingly, Matt, I wanted to tell you today about the launch of our special Dads Group NICU Connections events, which are going to start up at the end of September. Dads are often forgotten and sometimes find it hard to talk and share, and this offers them a chance to do so in a friendly environment with some of our veteran parents also involved in those events. So I can't wait to tell you how that goes when we start those up.
That sounds like a wonderful initiative, and all the things that you're doing to support families, they're absolutely wonderful, and we really are very, very pleased to be associated with you to help provide some of these packs, etc. You've talked about the foundation support, but you also mentioned your Life's Little Treasures Foundation community a bit there. Can you tell me a little bit more about the community?
Sure, Matt. I mean, our community is made up of, you know, volunteers and sponsors and grant providers and also, of course, our beautiful families who are very special. So our families go through very difficult times, very traumatic times, and each day they experience a roller coaster of emotions, not knowing if their little treasure is going to make it through the day. Sometimes it can be weeks even before they get to hold their baby. You can't even imagine what's that like, can you? I mean, it's just terrible.
So tough.
Anyway, yeah, but many have, I guess, to make huge decisions too that are going to impact their family and their baby's outcome. But I'm constantly amazed in the strength parents have to go on each day when their baby's in the NICU or special care. They just keep turning up, keep showing up for their little baby. It's beautiful to watch. And often, I must say, though, it's only eventually when they take their baby home that I think what they've been through actually hits them. We see anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder. These are all common consequences. So it's our job to ensure parents are connected, to support one another, and that they have the information they need at every stage of their journey. We also need to make sure they know where to go to seek help outside of what we do. But I tell you, lastly, I'd just like to say I'm constantly amazed and inspired by our community and their strength, optimism and resilience.
Oh, that's amazing. And in particular, there's a raft of volunteers that are out there supporting and helping the foundation all the time. You mentioned the term there, connection, and the importance of connection during this difficult time. In the pandemic, it must be extremely difficult for families in this position. Can you talk a little bit about the impact of the pandemic on families who are going through this difficult time?
Absolutely. I mean, we all agree that the pandemic's been really hard on all of us, especially in those states where we're locked down. But I think families who've had a prem or sick baby are doing it really, really tough. So what's already an isolating experience has become even harder with all the ongoing restrictions, both in hospital and at home. For example, regional families who might have a baby airlifted to a major city may need to pay for accommodation close to the hospital for months sometimes, and they need to survive without the support of their parents, their brothers, their sisters, their close friends. We actually had a family recently I'd love to tell you about, Matt and Natasha, who live regionally, and they ended up in Melbourne when Natasha was approaching 25 weeks gestation and she was pregnant with twin boys. Unfortunately, she went into labour as soon as she arrived basically in Melbourne, and they lost one of their twins, Thomas, immediately. And Aaron was born only moments later, but had to stay in that NICU for 100 days. So 3 months doing it alone, that young couple. So they couldn't have anyone there to support them as restrictions prevented families from travelling down to Melbourne. But we were able to support Natasha and Matt with financial assistance, and to let them know that they're not alone. We sent them a precious prem pack and a bereavement pack for little Thomas. You'll love this, Matt. I've brought along today a picture of baby Aaron now, and look, he's sitting in the baby bunting trolley, no less, and he's just a beautiful little boy. He's just celebrated his first birthday. How gorgeous is that?
Oh, it's so beautiful. What a beautiful baby. That's gorgeous. Thanks for sharing that, Felicia. You touched on the Walk for Prems earlier. Can you tell the viewers a little bit more about the Walk for Prems event?
Sure. Walk for Prems is very special to us. It's our signature event for Life's Little Treasures, and it's proudly presented by Baby Bunting. It's our largest fundraiser, and we like to think of it as families helping families. So this year's theme is Together Again for Prems, and that talks to how our whole community of staff and volunteers and families and corporates, that we all come together to support families going through the life-changing experience of having a prem or sick baby. It's in its 12th year, and it's going to take place this year on the 24th of October. We are asking participants to walk virtually in some locations because of restrictions, but we're still planning on going ahead with 3 locations, being Brisbane, Adelaide and Perth. But anyone can register virtually anywhere across Australia, which is fantastic. So this amazing event has raised over $2.5 million for our charity, and this year we're hoping to raise $360,000.
Oh, wow, that's great. That's fantastic. And we'll hope we'll get a lot of support for the event. We know that it's not possible. You just said that there's going to be actual walks being held, if possible, in Perth, Brisbane, and Adelaide. Obviously, not everybody's able to attend a walk due to restrictions. How else can people help?
Look, people can fundraise, so they can basically sign up to Walk for Prams and then fundraise for Life's Little Treasures by getting sponsorship from friends and family. So that's probably the primary way at the moment that we're focusing on how you can help. The other way, I guess, is to donate. So we want viewers out there to make us their chosen charity and perhaps to sign up as a regular donor. Even $20 a month can pay for one precious Prem pack for a family. The smallest donations help. I guess the other way is also to volunteer. We really rely heavily on our volunteers for events and administration and packing those precious Prem packs. Our volunteers help us disseminate information and support, and we could not do half of what we do without our beloved volleys, Matt. Matt, I guess I've got a question for you now, and I just thought you might like to tell the viewers exactly how Baby Bunting is getting involved.
Thanks, Felicia. Look, we've been the presenting partner for 6 years now, and we're very proud to be associated with what the Life's Little Treasures Foundation is doing. And so to help with the fundraising, we're asking our customers to donate $2 when they purchase something online or in store. And we'll be raising funds over the next 8 weeks up until Sunday, the 24th of October. The initiative to raise these funds will happen right across Australia in all our stores. So we have 60 of those right across the country. Or, as I said, you can donate online. You know, we're as a team, we've got some exciting events planned in store and also and on the day itself for those teams that can walk or for those teams that will be operating our stores. We certainly want to support it as much as possible. Our fundraising goal is to raise $250,000, and obviously we try and strive to beat that over the next 7 weeks. So we're really, really proud to be associated with this event. We're so proud to be supporting your foundation. It makes such a big difference to many, many people's lives. And, you know, just a small donation can make a difference to somebody's life. So we're super proud to be supporting that. Felicia, just in closing, just like to say thank you so much for joining us. You've provided a great insight into the wonderful work that you and your foundation are doing for families all across Australia, and you shared with us some very special stories. You've also shown the tremendous work and the packs that you're putting together to support parents in need. So to you and your foundation and all the volunteers in the community, and for all those parents out there affected by sick or premature babies, you know, thank you so much. We appreciate all the hard work that you're doing and the funds you're raising to deliver the kind of support you do. So thanks so much, Felicia, for joining us tonight. And we look forward to seeing you next week for the next episode of the Baby Bunting Live series. Thank you again. Thanks, Felicia.
Thank you.